Do you feel the vibes?
Hello and welcome back to Adversity. This is our very first video, maybe by myself, for the actual channel using the intro now, so that's awesome. Thanks for tuning into the channel right now. This is a story time by Rob again, and this is going to be a little bit of a different story. Why? Because this was when I was in Zambia in 2015 during December time to January time, 2016. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this one. So I went down to Victoria Falls with my family, and what we did was we went down to a place called Boiling Point, which is just underneath Victoria Falls on the Zambia side, which is when we were down at the Boiling Point, it would take us 30 minutes to go down and then 30 minutes to come back up. It actually said 15 minutes, but it took us a little bit longer, only because, you know, family and taking pictures of baboons and crap like that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of these pictures. I don't think I've got any photos of a baboon. I'm not 100% sure. But we get down there, and there was one little spot where you could pretty much just touch the water, and I think they were using like a generator to power just the local area over there. I'm not sure what was going on with that. I don't think we've got any pictures of that. I don't, that is, I know that we do have pictures of it. Anyways, and when we were down there, when we finally got down to the Boiling Point, and shit, its name isn't like false at all, like it is freaking hot as hell. Alright, so not fun when it comes to that area. So everyone was sweating. Mum was complaining about it because her sweat was getting into her eyes. My sweat was getting into my eyes. She was complaining because her sweat was stinging her, and I was just laughing because she asked for something to wipe her face with. I just pulled something out of my bag and I said, "Here, have it." Turns out it was my brother's shirt. I laughed as my brother realized it was his shirt, and I was like, "Ah!" And he swore at me, and I laughed, and then Mom laughed, and then yeah, it was funny. Anyways, that got sidetracked. So now we are at the bottom, and some of the local people were also down there, and just enjoying the little bit of a current. I'm not sure if I've got any pictures of it, but you can see how it goes down to the main river of the bottom part of Victoria Falls. So after the falls, and then there's another river, and that's where we were at pretty much. And but all we got to experience was a bit of a rock pool sort of situation, where you could go in about knee high for me, and I'm pretty tall, so that we began to start going up. When we said, okay, this is enough, let's head back up again. My dad decided to stay back a little bit longer, and so us four, my brother, my sister, my mom, and myself, started going up until we decided, okay, let's just wait for Dad now. Stephen and I and my sister were just doing random things at the time, and then Mom notices, oh shit, Dad is down there and he's struggling, what's going on? And then I immediately reacted to it. I ran down there. My brother was confused. He stayed up there for a while, actually. It took like a good solid minute or two before he actually even reacted. I got down there. Turns out my dad had fallen, tripped, slipped on a little rock that had moss on it or whatever, slime. And yeah, that was quite scary because none of the locals were helping him. He was in the water and no one was helping him, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, come on, what the hell? So I managed to get him out of the water, and my dad's very heavy, so that was a struggle and a half, especially with water and it being very slippery, and being barefoot at the time as well. I couldn't wear anything, or else I would have slipped as well, and got my dad out of the water, and you should have seen the lump on his leg. It almost looked like it was fully broken, like, to that, it was so dented inwards that it looked as if he probably chipped a bone or it completely snapped, because, was it bad. And he still had to go up the mountain 15 minutes. And then I got to experience a baboon that was also very, 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 very scary because in the end, when I was just with my mom and some other people that were also just visiting, what happened was that a baboon was in the way of our track, and this track isn't that wide, all right? So it can only like fit one and a half people, pretty much, of average size. Okay, so that was difficult, and then a family come down, and they have a baby. And this baby obviously needs food, and the daddy has the food. And what do the locals and the guards say not to do? Bring food with you. Well, like, obviously they were dumb as shit, because in the end, the dad just kept on fumbling because he saw this baboon that was staring at him the whole time, and he was trying to get this food, this water bottle food thing, back into his bag, but that wasn't working for him because he had more water bottles on him, so he was dropping everything. He was just stupid because he would drop something, he would pick it up, and then he would drop something else, and he would pick it up, and finally, after a few of those drops, he drops the food, alright, and then the freaking baboon just comes out of nowhere and dashes to him, eh? And that's when everyone freaks out, and so does my mom. So we ended up just having to wait for 3 minutes until another one of the locals ended up coming down, which was awesome. And he tried to figure shit out, but that didn't really work. So I decided, okay, stuff it. I'm going to help out these two German girls up. So I got these two German girls through, but not my mom because my mom was a little too afraid. So I did that, and as I went to go and get my mom now, the baboon charges at me, alright, and that was creepy as shit. And then because my mom also started walking at the same time, it charged at me, and then it began charging at my mum, alright, and whoa, did my mom latch onto that one fellow. She was not happy at all. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to now go find myself another path, which was a little bit more clear because when I say clear, it was in the bush, and I was trying to figure out how my mom can also get through the bush as well with me instead of getting past this stupid baboon because she was now petrified of this thing, and so was I a little bit, but this one local guy then decides, okay, I'm going to put some action in. He picks up a stick, and this baboon chases after him. And what does this local dipshit do? He goes running in my general direction with the baboon behind him. Alright? So now I have to worry about this baboon coming towards me, and it punched me. That thing freaking punched me, and no one actually believed, but this thing punched me, and then I shat myself, and I backed even further into the bush, which was closer to more baboons, which is just smarter, and then this baboon ended up running off in another general direction, thankfully, and meanwhile, the family goes down. Oh no, they ended up not going down, they ended up going back up because they were like, no, apparently there's more baboons down there, no thank you, so they went back up. My mum went back up, the two German girls went back up, the local guy went down, and I went back up. And oh my god, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little story, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out. How much? How much? 20? Oh my god. That's all you did as well?